Hello everyone and welcome to another video. This is part 1 of week 2 of Artfight because I'm going away for the last week, so I won't be able to upload any videos. So week 2 and 3 are going to be 2-part videos. I'll still make sure you get at least 3 drawings a video, or at least I'm going to try to, but I can't promise anything, let's be honest. Anyway, with that out of the way, I've actually been very productive thus far. This week. It's currently Friday, so the week isn't quite through yet, and I have 5 out of the 6 drawings I want to get done. So we're doing good, all things considered, but you don't really care about that, so let's just get on with speed paints. Also, just, here's my user if you want to attack me, or if you want to drop your user in the comments, then I would love to see your characters. So the first character I drew is Cormia by Cruncher, based on a heart of a smoker. Cormia is cool and chilled out, smokes only one kind of cigarette, and never gets drunk but is always high. And just for YouTube, Cormia just really likes standing on tall buildings and is actually using those movie prop cigarettes, okay? We're not... Just in case. I doubt it'll matter, but just in case. We cover all bases on this channel, okay? Anyway, if it's not obvious why I picked Cormia to draw, I mean, just... look at them. I have to admit, I'm a sucker for like reds and warm color palettes, like earthy ones even. I know Cormia's color palette isn't earthy, but I'm just including it in there just so you're aware. We can thank my granny for my obsession with the color red. Rest her soul. She would have loved Cormia, and Cormia would have loved her muffins for undisclosed reasons. Apart from that, Cormia reminds me of a vampire, and as someone who just recently finished watching Interview with the Vampire, season 2, I need to cope. I'm a bit of a sucker for like most vampire media, Twilight excluded. Sorry. Carmilla, My Beloved. That book is literally the only reason I got through the Junior Cert mocks. It's been a while since I've read it, if you can't tell. Also, can we just take a minute to talk about Cruncher's art style, because it just scratches my brain in all the right ways. I want a webcomic and a 3-part animated series in this style right now. Anyway, onto the actual speed paint. I accidentally gave them muscles. This wasn't on purpose, and if I drew them again, I'd stick a little bit more at least to the source material. The idea was to make them angular, to give them sort of like a streetwise, chilled out but intimidating kind of vibe, if that makes sense. And also because I kind of wanted to bring a part of Cruncher style into this drawing because it's really cool. But my hands just went, nah, muscles, so... that's my bad, especially my bad because I did this again with another character, but we'll get to that. I kept the color palette the same because, I mean, it's just chef's kiss, to be honest. And I had a little bit of a brain fart drawing the jacket, if I'm honest. I don't know why. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I didn't have to pause when I saw how I drew it first time around. But the point is, we got there in the end. And I figured it out eventually. I didn't really do much experimenting with this one. I just stayed in my comfort zone. And honestly, aside from my lack of consciousness for parts of this, I really like how it turned out. And for once, my inability to draw hands worked out in my favor because I think, the hands being angular really suits them. So that was on purpose, if anyone asks. Anyway, as always, any links I find of the creators or they ask me to include will be in the description. And thank you, Cruncher, for letting me use your OC for this video. Let's move on to our next OC. So our next character of the week is Amalty by Nougatine. Here's where I apologize for any mispronounced names. Anyway, it's summer. Do you know who loves summer? Amalty. She's the personification of an Italian summery card. She loves the beach, having fun with her friends, traveling, and the general chill and freeing vibe of summer. She's very energetic, but often looks very chill or cool, and she can't go anywhere without her bag and her kindness. Right, so before we get on to talking about this gorgeous design, man, I love feel-good OCs. There's just something so cozy about how Nougatine has described her in her description, and that just adds to like her summery, wholesome kind of vibe. On design though, listen, I know I said I'm a sucker for reds and warm earthy tones, but you cannot tell me that this color palette is not the most uplifting thing you've seen today. It's just one of those things that like just make you happy by looking at it, and after talking to the creator for a bit, it's not hard to see why you get these vibes from their character because they're honestly so nice and sweet. And I mean, look at their watercolor work. After drawing this, I received revenge off of them, and guys, look at this. Is this not the coolest thing you've seen today? The way they use the watercolor to like transition from Morgan's human form to their monster form is just 10 out of 10, chef's kiss, and please teach me how you do your line art and pen work because it's just amazing. And thank you so much for letting me show your art on my channel. Right, on to my attempt at drawing Amalty. Remember when I said I accidentally made another character too muscular? Well, it was Amalty. Although I did actually catch myself this time and tone her arms down a bit. I mean, tell me I draw Valkyrie Kane too much without telling me I draw Valkyrie Kane too much. The only other problem I ran into was trying to get her color palette right because obviously you can't use, you can't color pick a traditional drawing onto digital because like outside lighting sources. So I hope I did the colors justice because they're absolutely stunning in the original picture. My bias towards watercolor is showing, but it's fine. It's my channel. I'll be biased to whatever medium I choose to be biased against. If that wasn't obvious from my acrylic videos. One thing I was happy to be using my drawing tablet for instead of my paints though was for the sheer skirt because I have no idea how Nicotine pulled that off traditionally in watercolor and with no bleeding. I call witchcraft. The only thing I really experimented with in this was the line art colors of the skirt. I decided to try and incorporate different colors to try and match the lighting and to hopefully make it look more sheer, and honestly I really like how that ended up looking. Small wins, y'all. Small wins. Anyway, so that's Amalty. Thank you, Nicotine, for letting me use both your art and OC in a video, and let's move on to our third and final drawing. Really quick, I'm skipping the next drawing I did because I haven't gotten a response on like whether or not the creator's okay with me using their character. I don't know if I don't get one by like next week, I might just include it in the video and I can always take that video down and re-upload it without that drawing included if the creator says no afterwards. I just don't want to use their design without their permission, but also they're not responding. Anyway, let me know what you think about that. It would be great if I could get some input on it. Obviously, I'll link whatever they have linked in their Artfight profile, and I'll like credit them if I do use it. But I also don't want to use something that's gonna make someone uncomfortable. If that makes sense. I don't know. I know some people don't ask permission to upload things and just give credit, and most people are okay with that, but I also don't want to be the person that does that to someone who isn't okay with it, if that makes sense, Anyway, moving on, let me know what you think about that in the comments. I would be really grateful if you gave me some input on that. Anyway, the next drawing I did was Sapphire by Starscosmics. Backstory to be written, eventually she finds himself in deep shit when they have a crush on a certain demon named Keres? I hope I pronounced that name right. When I was practicing it, I called her Carrie at one point. I had a whole Carrie boy joke, but I'll save you from it. And anyone who isn't Irish wouldn't get it anyway, so. Anyways, guys, I love this design. I saw the color palette and jumped, to be honest, because I mean, look at it. And like the freckles. Guys, look at the freaking freckles. I'm sorry, I had to do this character, but oh my god, did I underestimate the amount of detail in the top half alone. I think you can really tell which part I designed because the amount of detail just drops from 90 to 1. I still like what I did, I just feel like there's too much of a transition between Ethereal Angel and Neve doesn't know how to design outfits. If anyone asks though, the outfit is more simple to bring attention to her face and her hair and halo because she's an angel, and I'm so professional, don't look at any of my other videos. That joke is gonna get old eventually, but I'm still gonna beat that horse until it's beyond dead. Now, the line art for this drawing took so long, I didn't really have time to try much new things, but I did mess around with the line art color again because it looks cool when I do, so why not? Yeah, the way I said after my dance show I'd have more time for working on videos, while that's technically semi-true. I completely forgot about having a summer job. So yeah, there's certainly more time in the week, especially because this week I only had to work 3 half days, but next week I'm 90% sure I'm working a full week on full hours. So good luck to future me with getting the speed paints done for week 2 and 3. Might have bits of each other in each other, but we'll just ignore it. Anyway, so here's our final drawing of the week, or half week I guess. Thank you so much for watching, Please like the video and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Also, thank you to starscosmics for letting me use her OC's design in this video. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye. Irish word of the week, or half week for me technically, is vampire, which means vampire. And yes, I know, oh my god, kid vampire. Yeah, it is actually kind of funny that that's what it is in Irish. Especially because, you know, Bubby's a leprechaun himself. But anyway, bye.